I think the whānau that I work with are quite disconnected from their whakapapa, and it's about finding that, you know, their way back. And this is a time when people are trying to get back to their, you know, connect with their whakapapa. I think it's about giving them that space and having the right space to do it in. You know, we have all these kaupapa around the hapori, but the safest spaces in their own communities. And I think identifying like groups or spaces where they could be, like we have Ngāti Parauki Pōneke that do kapaha, you know, they have online classes, inviting people into all these spaces. And they don't have to kōrero, they just need to listen, they can be in and out as they please. That's why I really like Zooming, because you can be in and out, you don't need to be seen, but you have an opportunity to zap in and listen to the kōrero, and that's what I think a lot of our whānau today are trying to do. They're connecting like that because they do feel whakamā about not being in that space.
One of the biggest things I've learned is how difficult it can be for whānau to talk about their own childhood or talk about their own whakapapa. And when I'm talking about whānau pūrākau, you'll meet wahine who will say, but I haven't got any good stories in my whakapapa. Or oh, I don't know where I'm from. I've never been to my marae. And those are really hard conversations for them. And so holding that space for them and bringing them, but still bringing them into this kaupapa. It's kind of, even if you don't know, or even if you don't have those stories, we know that our tupuna broadly all did the same thing, more or less. Sure, there'll be some regional variations, but kapai. So you can take inspiration from the broader lessons from our tupuna of how they, in this tupuna parenting space, of how they treated and raised their pepe and tamariki. But also, perhaps that means that you've got an opportunity where you can be the first tupuna in your whakapapa to parent in a different way, to parent the way that our tupuna did, to parent the way that you want to raise your pepe and tamariki. You can choose to be that. And it kind of raises the question of what kind of tupuna do I want to be? I guess with whether it's whānau or kaimahi, it's kind of, you have to be in the right place to be receiving this mātauranga. So you're saying everyone's on a journey. Some people haven't started their journey yet, and that makes the kōrero hard, or it means it's just not the right time. What I talk about with them kaimahi, I'm teaching about tupuna parenting kaupapa, is doing gentle drops is what I call them. I know I couldn't come up with a better name, but doing a gentle drop to like introduce some of this mātauranga with a whānau, just to see if they are interested, just to see if they are ready, because sometimes they won't be, and they might just give you that blank of, oh, that's interesting. And then you know that they're just not on. But sometimes they'll be like, oh, really? I was thinking about this the other day, and will be really engaged and crack into a really in-depth kōrero.